Hello, Taurus. How are you today? How are you enjoying your July? Thank you so much for joining me for your reading for mid-July. We are definitely in the heart of Cancer season. There's a lot of strong emotions these days. How are you navigating that? It's also a great time for Taurus because it's Venus is just dancing all over the sky. She's come back to her evening position rather than her warring position where she'd been. There's a warring morning star where you can see her in the morning sky. That's a really much more aggressive Venus. She's now moved into her evening star. And so she was there for a year and a half. She's going to be here for a while, and she's much softer, much kinder, much easier to navigate our love lives. Okay, so that you may feel that transition taking place, but it may be turbulent also because there's just new moon in Cancer really seems to be drawing up themes around love itself. Obviously Venus, right? Cancer, emotion. So it's talking about your ways of receiving love, the ways of giving love, where you are projecting where you're projecting your needs onto people that you do love in order to fill a void within you. And you're then to help you recognize and realize where you're able to fulfill yourself in those areas and be a little bit more self-reliant. I mean, that's what we're navigating the course to from a society that perpetuated codependency and getting answers outside of ourselves to now a culture. We're beginning to create a culture of interdependence where we work together with each other, we support one another, but we don't rely on the other. We're self-reliant. So and that has a very wide range of what that looks like, but depending on circumstance. But it is a very self-reliant in nature new society that we are in mindset that we are bridging towards as our consciousness rises. Okay, to be able to get the answers from within. Okay, that doesn't mean that we don't work with other people. That doesn't mean we don't help each other out. Like I said, we do work with one another, and there is quite a bit of helping each other out with what we're each our strengths are, right? But we have to know our strengths. Each of us have to know our own personal strength and have honed in on those and cultivated that and had self-worthiness and had moments like that we're seeing right now with this very supportive energy of how can you be more emotionally self-reliant in the area of love. And everything comes back to love. So I guess it's everything, right? But really in our relationships and mostly in our romantic partnerships. It doesn't always have to be. This can be partnerships in the workplace. This can be relationships with children. Cancer is, family card. It's the native ruler of the house of family and home. But so definitely can be that also. But what Venus is often the ruler of romantic love. So strong romantic love is available for all of us, enhancing our current romantic relationship, finding new romantic relationship, and we're doing all of this in a very healthy way. So there's my little take on where we're at with the current emotions right now, or excuse me, energies right now. Well, that is how we detect energies is through emotions. So that's why water is, great conductor of electricity. So so there's a little piece of like physics we can add to that. But yeah, so the emotions are running hot these days, not just the temperatures outside if you're in the northern hemisphere and experiencing summer. But it's getting hot. So let's go ahead and turn to the tarot, find out what spirit has to say to you about where you're at, how to help you navigate towards your highest timeline and stabilize your highest timeline and to be living your best life. All right. So what is your higher self? What does spirit have to say? Okay. I think everybody is honestly getting the Tarot of the Sacred Kingdoms straight away. All right, we've got Mars in Gemini right there. And I think Mars is actually in your sign, isn't it? We got Jupiter in your second house of Gemini. So I mean, yeah, there's definitely a lot of Gemini and Mars activity going on for you. Not surprising to see that Knight of Swords. The Hermit, talk about self-resourcing. All right, that inner wisdom, drawing off of inner wisdom. okay, and being able to use Mercury. This is a Mercury card, being able to use Mercury, who is in retrograde now, I think. Is he in retrograde now? We should probably look that stuff up, but before I say anything, I apologize. But here's the deal. Mercury is really about organizing information, Gemini, because Mercury is the ruling planet for Virgo organization, and Gemini information. So it's about drawing wisdom and information from within and then being able to organize that in like a very short period of time. So what we're talking about is 3 to 5 weeks time. All right. So it can often be a timing card because that light that he's holding right there doesn't see very far. Okay. So we've got the 8 of Cups reversed, interesting, and the Lovers card, another Gemini card. Okay. All right. So let's what are we kind of seeing here? So active information or actionable information on a piece of something that you and the Lovers card. So if I'm looking at this just by itself before I pull any clarifiers, what I have to say is that you're getting a clue inside of yourself, a pretty strong clue that you're not taking action necessarily where you need to be in the direction that is supportive of what's healthiest, what's most satisfying for you. And it has to do with a relationship. Now, and maybe not time to act because it's time to pursue love. That could be. All right. And we have the Hierophant. All right. So let me be more specific. I just started pulling cards. Let's be more specific. I'm going to go ahead and put the Hierophant up here, which is traditional, which is you. Okay. It is your card of holding space for traditional way of doing things, but from a higher wisdom. Like it's wisdom from the divine. This is the way we do things. This is how the order of the day, the order of I want to say the proper way of doing things, right? Tradition. It's tradition, okay? But it also can mean marriage. I'm going to go ahead and, again, before I go any further with this reading, I definitely want to start getting some clarifiers here, okay? Let's start pulling. I'm going to pull from another deck. And this one is really, really good. Now, this is my little mini deck. I don't know if it looks so mini to you guys, but it's so easy in my hand. One of the first, this is the first deck I ever used. And, my first deck ever. And I love it. We've been together for a long time. It never ever steers me wrong. Not the other ones do either. Okay. We got Knight of Swords. This is about a new life. Okay. All right. A new way of making money. New material world. Okay. New material world. Okay. This is fighting for what you've got. This is a strong decision on what you want, and it took conviction, and it was hard earning. Been tough to navigate this new so we have the Hermit here is the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, because of, remember I told you Jupiter's in your sign. The Ace of Pentacles talks about an opening for stronger financial well-being. You've opened up a door for you, and the Wheel of Fortune is definitely highly favorable for money, right? Fortune. It's her name. Okay, this is where you quieted yourself, looking internally. Okay. And we're looking at that 8 of Cups reversed now. Hmm. There we go. Cups reversed. Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands. That's so powerful, you guys. We have strength. We have the Two of Wands. And we have the Knight of Swords. Okay, going here. Pair of Bon Fees. Please tell me about the hair. Warrior. Does that Eight of Cups seem like it doesn't and not ought not to be reversed to you? It's what I'm feeling. I'm feeling like that's actually, even though it popped out reversed, it was meant to be upright. Because with these two cards here, and the feeling that I'm getting from that Eight of Cups, it didn't feel appropriate for it to be reversed. Because that kind of throws the whole reading off with that Eight of Cups reversed. All right, let's keep going here with the. All right, now that I've been able to relax on that bit. It's tell us about the ferment. What we need to know about here. Or no, give me the Hierophant. I apologize. Ferment over there. Hierophant. There we go. Now we're getting somewhere. All right, guys. So what we're seeing here is this information, actionable information that you have taken that has opened up a new doorway. You're taking it a new direction, based on something that's important to you, some piece of information that you got, something that is, it appears to you in some form that this is the direction to go. And it seems to be that you're now on the right track. Okay. And it feels like it's taken you a bit of time. It's taken you like like tapped you, everything inside of you. Like you've been on this long journey and you're feeling a little bit weary and tattered, right? From everything that you have put into trying to get to this place of a new avenue of financial prosperity, of new life for yourself. And Jupiter's here like, hey, if you look inside, if you quiet your mind, when you settle down, when you relax, there's a whole lot of life for you. There's a whole lot of new life for you. And you're never, ever going to have to go back where you were before. Okay. You've earned this position. You're supported in this new position. It's now fixed. It's like you're here. You've made it. All right. You've made it. And now you actually can get up from where you have been internally like aligning with source through meditation. And through meditation you have been like crafting your life. Okay, you've been designing it in your mind, you've been designing it energetically inside of yourself, right? And you've been putting all those pieces together, and now it's time to take action, because both of these are fire cards. We have Aries and we have Leo. Okay, we have Eight of Cups, where you're walking in a direction that now suits you. Okay. Now, where you'd been before hadn't been terrible. Where you'd been before had been very satisfying. but you know there's more for you. And how very, very supported by, this is my life. This castle right here is my current world that I have built, and it's stable. It's good. It's secure. It served me well. Very Eight of Cups served me well for a time. Now it's time for my world to get wider. It's time for me to get my world bigger. That ball that he can hold in his hand, that globe that he's looking at, very, very fruitful, very abundant, right? It's lush with greenery in there. Lush with greenery here. Okay. Lush greenery here. Sunflowers as you take action. Okay. This is very fiery, inspired action. Very fiery, inspired action. Very fiery, inspired action. Like all over the place. Now, in what? In a way that is balanced. So this Lover's card talk about within your relationship. This could be talk about like you and a lover pursuing a new life together from a very harmonious, healed place, because the Lovers talks very specifically. It's no wonder that I was going on and on about, because I haven't in every reading gone on and on about the bridge towards interdependence and rather than codependency. That's what the Lovers stands for. We're literally in a phase right now where Venus so active in Cancer, and then will be in Leo, where it's saying, hey, how can you be the best version of yourself by being emotionally intelligent? Here's this, you can't see it over here, but this king, this Scorpio king right here, with the Scorpion king, not to be confused with, but the Scorpio king, or fixed emotional sign, who's very responsible, very emotionally mature. How can you be emotionally mature, okay, with this action that you're taking, with this new enlightenment, this new information? And maybe it's not even new information. Maybe it's information that you've been holding on to for quite some time, or maybe it's something you've been studying for quite some time, but now you're moving forward. You're just like, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to take action now. And I'm going to go, and I'm not going to worry about anything stopping me. I'm ready for whatever comes my way. He's got his sword out. He literally has his mask up, his helmet. The mask on his helmet is up because he's not afraid of anything. He's not worried about what might stand in his way. He's just going for it. Now, this could talk about a new life with a new partner. Could talk about a new agreement with a new partner. It could be an evolution within your current relationship. But it's a very emotionally mature, and it's very friend-based. So it's like you and a friend get together. You and a friend now are in a partnership. You and a friend, business partnership. You and your partner have become closer friends because of it. But what I can tell you for sure is that where you are going is going to be supportive of financial health. It is supportive of expansive, deep prosperity for you. Now, the one thing we haven't seen in that regard is the King of Pentacles, which is you, which I'd like to see here. We have the Star, all right, which is promise of blessings. And this is a lot of blessings coming to you after a very turbulent time. Okay. This is where you are the healed version of yourself, where you are able to rely on intuition, rely on messages from source, rely on internal navigation, internal wisdom, to be able to draw off of your own personal light, to be able to receive in a harmonious way all of the blessings that are available after a difficult time. I mean, I can't say that this just doesn't feel so warm and fuzzy and like such a relief. It's such a relief after what you've been through. It's like this was a hard earned, right? It doesn't have to be that difficult for us. It really doesn't. Three of Cups. I want to know more about the Three of Cups. I really do. I want to know more. I'm going to get a different deck here altogether. Tell me more about the Three of Cups. Okay, so the Star is the healing, the friendship. Is it so harmonious in this relationship that's the gift of the healing? Is that the gift here? Find out. I'm using the gold foil deck. Gonna keep going until I can feel it. Of course, enjoy this intuitively. That's what I do, right? That's what tarot readers do. Venus, love, harvest. Your world is about to expand. Your world is about to get a whole lot more. You're about to reap a significant harvest. So we have you on the table here as the Hierophant, the traditional holding the space. This is the way that we do things. This is commitment. All right. It is commitment. That's what traditional commitment. Okay. And we have here the gift that source. This is so let's go into the star even more. Okay, because the star has now shown up twice. All right. These are the chakras. Okay. Working well together in alignment. Okay. Star chakra, which is where you get downloads from source. The water is emotion. Okay. But through emotions is how you discern energy and is how you receive messages from source. Okay. Or rather than just receiving the messages through emotions, it's being able to discover or discern whether or not the thoughts that you're having, inspirations that you're having, ideas that you're having, direction that you feel that you're navigating in. By emotions, they tell you if you are in harmony with source by them feeling good or out of harmony with source by not feeling good. And as things continue to feel really good and you continue to move in the direction of your own personal inspiration through alignment to source, to your higher self, your physical world here, your material world will be blessed. Will be blessed. Now, there's something about this reading that feels much deeper than financial well being. This feels like emotional well being. This feels like healthy mind. It feels like healthy body, healthy relationships, healthy love. Okay. And what we see here is the emperor. So we have the empress and the emperor. Now, the emperor definitely can be the male version of the empress, right? The empress is she's the creative one. She's the one that reaps the harvest. She's the one that allows things to come her way through a luxurious, peaceful, calm lifestyle. She works calmly within herself, um, within her groups, within her friend group. There we go. Within her group, she works and she works in order to create something new. Okay, and then she lets it easily and smoothly come to her. She's not working hard for it, but she reaps enormous rewards. And she's pregnant. So it means that your new life is about to be birthed. It's about to burst. It's about to be seen by you in the outside world. Everything that you have been working on inside of you, everything that you've been working hard for is now saying like, it's easy, ease up, relax. Okay. You're going to be able to take action where you need to. And I think that it's action with somebody. Now, let's go into this emperor for just a moment because the emperor does talk about responsibility and so does the king of cups. They're talking about emotional responsibility. And this is responsibility within everything that your entire world. This is self-mastery. This is where you are using responsibility in every area of your life, because this is all of the kings put together. So we're talking about thought and perception and ideas and knowledge, the sword, king of swords, and truth, right? We're talking about the king of wands, which is charisma, creativity, fun, happiness, pleasure, um, procreation, ready for any opportunity that comes his way, real, very action oriented. Okay. We have the king of cups, which is creativity at its most responsible form. Okay. And then we have like, what do we do? Like, if I'm going to spend my time creating X, Y, or Z, how am I going to be responsible for my life? How am I going to draw off of my emotions to guide me to be responsible in my life with my creations? So I guess it would be like not, I'm getting the feeling of this of like not um forcing emotion or forcing. Me getting from this. I'm getting like I've created this thing, and I want to like I want to push it out there. I want to make it go out there, right? I'm forcing it out there. But he's so responsible that he is aware of where what he's created is needed. That's what's coming out. Okay. Where what I've created is needed. Okay. And this night's moving forward quickly with that information, taking it to where it's needed. Okay. And then we have the King of Cups. No, I'm sorry, we got the King of Cups. We have the King of Pentacles. And the King of Pentacles uses all of his resources, all of his wisdom to build his personal empire. And then now we have the Emperor right here, right? Now we have the Emperor, who is using every one of those aspects in a balanced, harmonious way to be the master of his reality. So you have mastered what you've gone through. My God, what you have gone through, Taurus, in order to claim the life of your desires has been nothing short of, I mean, the magnitude of like a volcano, like coming up from the core of the earth and like bubbling and smoldering and bubbling and working and finally the volcano erupts. And that's what it feels like, the amount of work that it takes to erupt a volcano. Your life is pouring the blessings and abundance and clarity and truth in who you are and creative ideas and responsible action with those the creativity, uh, and and connection with others, and the connection in a very interdependent, the interdependency you have, the self-resourcing that you have, the wisdom that you hold, the ability to connect in a stronger way with other people is enormous here. That's why this star is not like, oh yeah, you're going to receive some blessings and maybe you'll get some more money. No, it felt much, much bigger than that. It feels like everything that you have been working on with Uranus being in your sign since what, 2018, 2019. So let's say for the past 6 years, what you have been working on, and I mean, you have been going through it, working your tail off in order to be the best version of yourself and pivoting where necessary and pulling yourself up by the bootstraps where you needed to and getting back on that horse when you were thrown, and all of the things that you needed to do. It's here. It's here now, and it's reflecting in what you do with your time, what you do with your energy, where you decide to take action. It's reflective in your relationships. It's reflective in your emotions. It's, it is you now, you are not only your own authority, you're your own new standard. I feel like you've raised the bar, fixed earth. It's like the consciousness of the earth as it's growing, right? We know that the earth herself is evolving, which then creates a higher stream of energy that, I mean, we're all part of it, right? The more people who are on the planet, the diversity that we have, the experiences that everybody has, that creates more, um, more preferred circumstances through our higher self. That's, I mean, that's how it works. Like every time you have an experience, your higher self is in strong knowing of what you prefer, and everybody's higher self works together as a strong stream of energy of well-being. And the earth herself is saying it's time for us to be more prosperous. It's time for us to grow in who we are, to be more perceptive, to be more aware of what was possible, to be the creators that we have always meant to be. She's ready for us to be that, and we're ready to be that with her, right? We're ready to be that with her. I mean, Mother Earth right here, okay? It's like Mother Earth speaking through your example for us. Now, I don't want to put too much pressure on you, but if I did, it seems like it would be no big deal in comparison to what you've been through. You're confidently walking towards what you want. No, you are, I don't even want, dashing is not the word here. You are downright sprinting because it's like you're clear. It's like everything has been cleared for you. You are now sprinting towards that finish line as your volcano, the volcano of who you are and what life holds for you. Erupt. Finish line, moving towards in the direction of what you want. Significant relationships. I think that your biggest gauge right now, yes, financially, you don't worry about it. The money's coming. The money's coming. If you're not seeing it right now, the money's coming. Don't worry, coming. And I hope you can feel that. I really hope you can feel that. But I think that your biggest gauge right now is who you are able to be and how you're able to show up in your relationship with yourself and your relationship with your significant others in a emotionally healthy, responsible way. I really love this for you, Taurus. The magnitude of this. Isn't magma a word of for have something to do with it? I mean, like going back to sixth grade geology. Magnitude. The magnitude of you. The magnitude of you is beyond description. I mean, the magnitude of you, who you are, how you're showing up, and what you're capable of is, I think, probably even blowing your socks off. It's astounding and it's humbling. And I hope that you feel this for yourself. I hope that you know this for yourself. And based on these cards here, I cannot see why or how you wouldn't know this for yourself at the point. But really, really give yourself a moment to celebrate, to take pause. Now, again, this could mean marriage. This whole spread could mean like, you've done all the work that you needed to in order to be, to have a healthy relationship with somebody, and now you two are moving forward. Absolutely. But I think it's the bigger story here. The bigger story here is who you are. what you're capable of, the magnitude of your presence alone, what you have to bring to the world, what your creations are going to say, what you're going to say, what you do, how it speaks to the world and inspires other people. I gotta see what's at the bottom of the deck here. I really do. Well, remember how I said, don't worry about the finances, they're coming. Okay, that stable, secure, etched in stone, absolute, not going anywhere, financial well-being. Based on, look, you working with other people, okay? This is you working with others. This is where you have risen up above. Not other people necessarily, but you've matured. You have had an evolution, and you hold great value in this cathedral being built. I mean, and that the cathedral of your life, the cathedral of your creations. Thank God for it. Thank God. And sorry, I just gotta keep going because it's still so amazing. What we have now here, what just showed up, is the high priestess, limitless. Your potential at this point, and this is a Cancer card. Your potential at this point is absolutely limitless. Allow Source to create through you abundantly. Clarity is yours. Clarity. Clarity. Magnitude. You're what's possible. You are letting Source move through you and create through you. And it's a higher consciousness that sets the bar higher. Taurus, thank you so much for being here. Thank you. I appreciate your support. I appreciate being able to be on this journey, being able to do this read for you is very, I feel honored. Again, thank you for being here. I think I'm a little bit awestruck by you. You're impressive. You're quite impressive. Again, thank you so much for being here. I love you all. Source loves you. And own it. Just own it. Celebrate you. Celebrate you and own it. You've earned it. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.